everyone, we are Robin and Graham. Over the past 3.5 months, we have been traveling through Southeast Asia, but today we make our journey all the way back home to Canada.
Join us over these next 36 hours as we travel from Bangkok to Tokyo to Vancouver and then finally to our home city of Saskatoon.
Hope you enjoy!
Good morning, everybody.
It is currently after 4 a.m. and the shuttle is coming to pick us up at 4:30, so we're going to head downstairs and head to the airport. We have successfully dropped off our bags. We got one free checked bag each, so we may as well check two. So we checked our duffel that we bought, and then we also checked Graham's bag. We got our tickets printed. Now it's time to go through security as fast as we possibly can so we can go to a lounge.
I decided to wear my running shoes for our travel day today because I know following Robin through some of these airports that we are going to be full on sprinting to some of these lounges. Okay, I need a cup of coffee in a lounge. Stat.
I don't know about any of you guys, but I am such a worrier, especially when it comes to like the logistics of like travel days and stuff, like going through security and like going through customs and everything. I just want everything to work out fine. But we found the lounge no problem, got access no problem, have already started with our breakfast. So it's 6:20 right now and we don't board until 7:45, so I think we have like an hour and a half, and I will probably be eating for this entire hour and a half, and I couldn't be more excited.
Also, we are doing something very exciting. We have told our parents and our families that we are coming home on the 19th. It is currently the 13th, so they don't expect us to be home for another week.
Yeah, so right now they think we are in the middle of a jungle. I mean, they know how much we love the one in Chiang Mai, and we were like, we need an excuse to be able to turn off our location and like be unreachable for the next like 2 days.
We won't be responding for the next 2 days.
So that's what we came up with, and they bought it. Even my sister bought it.
Yeah, even Sydney bought it.
Who knows? She's the only one who knows when we're coming because we get to Saskatoon, I think almost at 1 a.m. So we needed someone to pick us up from the airport.
And I don't know if Sid was a reliable choice, Sid. You forgot that we were coming home and thought we were actually going to be in the jungle.
So anyways, she knows, but none of our other families know, and they all have like their Christmas concerts and plays and everything that they're a part of, and they think we're missing it all. I mean, we're not. That's why we're going back early, so that we can see all of those things.
I don't know. I'm just excited to see their reactions.
Yeah.
And when we just kind of walk in and you're like, hey, we're back. So, anyways.
Plus, this is like Graham's first big trip. I did one with Narissa that was longer than this, and so my parents are more used to me leaving for a while, but this is the first time for Graham. So I think it's really special that we're surprising them by coming home earlier, taking part in more Christmas stuff, and
it's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be good. So I think that just adds a little bit of excitement to our travel day home.
Okay, so we boarded our flight. I think this is a newer plane. It's got like the dimmer windows. It's also got comfier seats than our last Japan Airlines flight, so I think this is gonna be a pretty comfortable ride. I looked at somebody's screen. It said it was 5 hours, 11 minutes, so 50 minutes faster than both Robin and I thought, because we both thought it was gonna be over 6 hours. But we got pillows, blankets, TV screens. We both downloaded a bunch of shows, so I think it's gonna be a pretty comfortable 5-hour flight to Tokyo. right, we have landed in Tokyo.
That was such a smooth ride and so fast it felt like.
We were cruising. We had a huge tailwind. I love following the flight maps. I just think they're so fun. Anyways, we had a huge tailwind, so we made up quite a bit of time. I just watched a show and watched the flight map the whole way.
Yeah, honestly, really easy start to our travel day. Like barely any turbulence too, which is always a bonus.
So smooth.
Now, with our transfer in the Tokyo airport, we have to go through security again. So we are currently chugging all of the liquids that we have before we do security for the second time.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go through the international transfer security line. We'll see you on the other side.
Okay, we are through that second security. Super easy because it's just people who have international transfers. It's not like everyone in the airport, so it never really takes that long. But now we are going to go make sure our gate exists, and then we have about 2 hours to figure out what else we want to do, because I don't think we have a lounge that we have access to here, unfortunately, which is a bummer.
Don't know what we're gonna do.
I have no idea what we're gonna do.
Just sit? Okay, we also wanted to give you guys a little time updates of where our bodies think it is, what it actually is, and what we're going to. So currently in Bangkok, it is 2:33 in the afternoon. Currently in Tokyo, it is 4:33 in the afternoon. It sunsets also, which is kind of crazy that it's getting dark out at this hour. Anyways, in our final destination of Saskatoon, it is currently 1:33 a.m. And in Vancouver, that would make it 11:33 p.m. Vancouver is on December 12th, Saskatoon is on December 13th, and we are ending December 13th here as we watch the sun go down in Tokyo. So crazy. Back to Canada we go. Getting on the last long flight. Trying to dance with a bag.
Oh, it's cold. It's so cold.
It's like a pre-flight ritual. They touch you outside.
All right, we have boarded the plane, and this is the first time that the heaters have been on instead of the AC, like when we initially got on the plane for the past couple of months, because it's been so hot outside that they blast the plane with AC, of course. But here it's like cold. Just above zero. I think it's like 8 or 7 degrees Celsius or something like that. We stepped off the last plane and we're like, oh no.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold.
Oh no, it's cold.
It's not 37 degrees out anymore.
Yeah, it was literally 37 degrees Celsius in Bangkok yesterday. I was literally sweating just standing still outside. And now it's like chilly. It's quite chilly.
It's quite the shock to the system, but that's all right.
A little bit.
Also, we are in seats 60A and C.
This plane is massive.
So we are at the very back of the plane. But honestly, that's okay. I think it's going to be a pretty comfy ride.
Yeah.
We got lots of space, so should be good.
I'm hoping that they come around with food fast so that I can sleep fast.
It also feels a bit weird that the next place we're going to be in is Canada. You're just going to be back at home. It's a strange feeling, I think. Also, I was just looking at my TV. It says 8 hours and 28 minutes is our time to destination. So 8.5 hours, we'll be back in Canada.
Got our supper, and it's different from our last flight, which I'm super thankful for. And Graham and I got 2 different things, right? You didn't get the same thing. So I got, the main is dry curry and turmeric rice topped with melted cheese. Sounds delicious. Graham got what's called the yakitori styled grilled pork rib over rice with chicken meatballs and green pepper. We also got some kind of bruschetta-esque toast.
Tomato toast.
But instead of bruschetta on top, it's tomato sauce over bread. I'm not sure. And then we got a dumpling, and then squid and spicy cod, which I will probably be passing to Graham if he wants it, or that might not be eaten as much. Oh, and we also got a salad. And they always have ice cream too, which I'm very thankful for. Graham and I also decided, since this is the long haul flight of our trip and we need to sleep a little bit, we are both going to complement our supper with some red wine. So But yeah, I think it'll be good.
Just landed at Vancouver International Airport. The time here is now 10:38 in the morning.
It's cold. Okay, we are back on Canadian soil. It feels really good to be back in our home country. Not quite back in our home city, but back in our home country. We're gonna go clear customs and then we'll update you after. Bag number 1. We were worried that bag number 2 wasn't gonna come, but Robin literally just looked down and it was sitting on the carousel right in front of us. So I think maybe it went around a couple times. We both haven't slept for quite a while now. Our brains aren't fully working. These are gonna bring us back to life, I think. We need them bad.
So now that we are successfully into Canada, we have all of our bags. We thought we would give you an update on the flight. The flight honestly wasn't that bad. We had a little bit of turbulence, but it wasn't that bad. Graham and I barely slept though because our bodies technically thought it was like in the evening, so kind of early to sleep, which makes us feeling absolutely terrible now that we've gotten to Vancouver, because I think max I slept 2 hours and Graham said he only slept like maybe an hour and it was all broken sleep. Our bodies currently think it is 2:30 a.m. in the morning, which means we've almost been traveling for a full 24 hours because we got up at 3:45 a.m. the previous day. But here in Vancouver, it is currently 11:33 a.m. so maybe the sunlight will help trick our bodies into thinking we have to do a whole other day. But since we have such a long layover here in Vancouver, like we have quite a few hours, we are going to actually head into the city to meet Graham's aunt and uncle for lunch, and then we'll shuttle back and check into a lounge and get some more food after. So we weren't originally going to film lunch because we were just taking the train into the city to then eat, then to take the train back to the airport. Nothing super interesting. But we realized that even after we finish lunch, we have 7 hours to kill.
So much time to kill, so
much.
We figured we would grab the camera and go for a little walk around the river and the harbor area here in Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver is beautiful, so we thought we'd take you guys along with us. Also, big shout out to Aunt Wendy for hooking me up with a long sleeve and a vest
new wardrobe
and fleece line leggings. I mean, I look the same as I did because it's still black pants, but it is chilly here and I packed clothes for 37 degrees Celsius, not just above 0. So now that we're fully equipped, we're gonna head down to the water.
Okay, 2 things. This walk along the harbor in Vancouver, absolutely beautiful. Rob and I were saying, I don't think either of us have really done this walk. I've maybe been here once or twice because of my family being here, but Robin, I think this is her first time walking this harbor. So, thoughts? It's the harbor walk. It's stunning, isn't it?
Oh, it's cool. Like, I mean, we haven't seen a skyline like this since Singapore, but I mean, Singapore was obviously different, but we just haven't seen skyscrapers like this for a while.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I feel like I'm a little bit experiencing a reverse culture shock.
Yes, for sure.
Like, it's just like way quieter, everything's spread
so
out,
quiet.
like the smells are different. It's cold.
Yeah, it's very cold. That was my second thing. It's cold. We are almost at a 40-degree difference here.
Are
we? Yeah, well, it was 37 on the last day in Bangkok, and it's about 0 here.
Okay, so like, oh yeah.
So yeah, it's very cold.
I'm kind of missing my big parka right now.
And maybe some mitts in it too.
I'm really hoping that Sydney shows up, Sydney, my sister, who's picking us up, shows up at the airport with my parka in her hand, or else it's going to be a very chilly walk home.
Okay, that walk was absolutely needed. I think Rob and I feel a little bit refreshed. We're both very, very tired, but we've got all of our bags, so we're gonna hop back on the Canada line and head back to the airport.
Honestly, it was super easy maneuvering with all of our bags to downtown Vancouver. Like, it was just the one Canada line that took us all the way here, the SkyTrain or the Metro or whatever it's actually called, I'm not really sure. So it was a nice little way to spend our super, super long layover here in Vancouver. Kill a few hours, but I am so tired and I'm ready to just find like even a piece of the floor on the airport to just close my eyes for a little bit before our next flight.
We are over 5 hours early for our flight. You can check your bag at 5 hours before the flight, so we have to kill half an hour. So we found a cool spot to just hang out and lay on the floor, maybe close our eyes for 20 minutes, and then go check our bag and head to a lounge.
There it goes.
I think the lack of sleep is catching up to me. That was the roughest security walkthrough ever. One, I forgot the change in my pocket, forgot to dump the water out of my water bottle, put my computer in a different bin and completely forgot about it. I just like didn't know how to get to my backpack because it was on the other side of the wall. I just needed a nap or a bed. Just go to sleep for a long time. It's starting to catch up.
Okay, so we finished in that lounge. We didn't really film a lot because it was super busy in there, so we just like didn't, you know, not everyone feels comfortable being on camera and we never want to force it upon people, so we just kind of kept it to ourselves. And B, we looked like this a lot of the time. So, you know, it did what we needed it to do. The seats were comfortable, as you can see. The food was good. There was nice like piano Christmas music in the background, so Graham and I closed our eyes for a little bit. Yeah. It's about 7:45.
7:48.
We should be boarding in about half an hour, so we're making our way to the gate.
Our boarding has started for our final flight home to Saskatoon.
Oh, I'm so thankful.
After flying from Bangkok to Tokyo, Tokyo to Vancouver, Vancouver to Saskatoon, we will finally be home after this over 24-hour travel day.
Honestly, I think the worst part about living in the middle of Canada is that always on these long travel days, the ending is the worst because the timing hardly ever works in our favor. So we usually have a long layover in either Toronto or Vancouver.
It just depends what side of the world you're coming from.
And it's always flights at midnight that go to Saskatoon. You always arrive at midnight, so it's just so tiring by the end of the day. So I'm very excited to finally get home. But on this flight, because we weren't able to do check-in as early as we usually do, we got 2 aisle seats. So we're just gonna put the camera away for right now, and we will see you when we land in Saskatoon. Okay, off the plane, it went super well. We are finally done all of our flights, and now it's time to go meet Sydney. It is a little chilly, yeah. Oh, Graham, go, the car's waiting for us. So it is the next day. By the time we got home, it was like 2 a.m. So we got a solid like 6 hours of sleep. We got a shower in, got some more coffee, and we're ready to tackle our super busy day today.
Yeah, we had a honestly pretty solid travel couple of days there. We didn't really have any issues or anything like that.
Not like getting to the other side of the world.
If you haven't seen that, go back and check that out because it was quite the event. It's nice to have a nice smooth travel day all the way back from Bangkok.
Yeah, I think in total it was just shy of 48 hours, maybe like 36 or something like that. So it was definitely longer, but I mean, made the most of it. Got to see family in Vancouver, got a little walk in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So it really with the lounges too. It didn't actually feel like that long, so
No.
I'm really, really happy about it. But today is the day that we actually get to surprise our whole family.
We are so excited.
We are so excited. I think we leave in like less than half an hour to go surprise my family, who all happens to be getting together for brunch today.
Just without even us having to do any planning, that's just happening. So,
yeah. It just
lucky.
makes it perfect. But I think this is where we're going to end our travel day. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll make sure to roll the clips of us surprising our family after. Bye-bye! What? What are you doing here? We're not in the jungle. Where's my home? Oh my god! What is happening? What is happening? What the heck? Surprise! Surprise! Hello! Surprise! Hello! We didn't know either.
We didn't know either.
Surprise! Yeah.
What are you? What the? What the?
Hello.
You liars! You lied! Did you not go to another jungle? Okay, so you were in the Oh, and they didn't even tell us! No?
Oh, my head hurts too.
機内モードなどに設定された電源
Sid forgot my jacket, so thanks, Sid.
You didn't ask for your jacket.